there, folks. I think we'll go ahead and get started. I'm Nick Westergaard. I'm the campaign manager of 21 Makes Sense. And as we've been saying over the course of the past week, we're a broad-based community action group centered around our support of the City Council's 21 only after 10 p.m. ordinance. And we're here because, as corny as it might sound, we really do feel that 21 does make sense, and that's why we've named the group that. It's a measured, practical solution. Again, it only takes effect at 10 p.m., and even then only affects bars with over 50% of their business in alcohol sales. So we feel that it's a real sensible solution to an escalating local issue. And a bit about myself personally, I have a marketing business locally, but I'm also was also graduated from here and have lived here for 13 years now. So anybody, I think, that has any kind of long-term feel for the community really does know that the situation has escalated over the past few years. And there's several of us, co-chairs of our group, that are here to help paint that picture today. We're joined by former City Councilor and former Mayor John Balmer, current City Councilor and Mayor Matt Hayek, and interim Vice President at UI for Student Services, Tom Rockland. And going to each get up, say a few words, and then we'll open it up to questions at the end. So to kick things off, to kind of start with some historical perspective and to look at really where we've come from as a community, we'll start out with former Mayor John Balmer. John?
Thank you, Nick. I'm pleased to say that I am the oldest of this panel here. It used to be I was the youngest for many years, and I have now graduated to elder statesperson. I would like to give you a brief historical perspective as one who was a student, a graduate of the university, a parent, a former elected official, and one who patronizes the downtown frequently. Certainly as a student, I was well aware of the downtown scene, and at that time there were less opportunities because there were less establishments. So consequently our time was limited in those establishments. As a parent, my eyes were open, though, because I have 4 adult children now, all who went to City High School. And of course, you know how it is with your kids. You tell them one thing and hope they'll follow your example. But as I learned later, it was very easy to get into the bars downtown and be served. That didn't surprise me, certainly with the climate and culture that we've all experienced here of late. That was something that wasn't what I wanted to hear, but it was true. As an elected public official who was very involved in this community's urban renewal program, one of which we were working very diligently to stem the tide of retail establishments leaving the community. And what we did was by investing in this ped mall out here of thousands of dollars and 2 very large parking facilities, we hope that would be one way to make people feel welcome downtown, continue to feel welcome, to enhance our retail base. Knowing full well things were changing. Obviously with the malls in play, we weren't going to keep everybody here, but by the same token we felt that we had to have a balance in the community. So back in the late 70s and early 80s, almost 30 years ago, it's hard to believe, we made a significant public investment in the downtown. And then as one who continues to patronize the downtown and who overall likes what we have done here and what the community has done, the investment by the private sector and the public sector, I do patronize it with my family. But I will tell you, those who I come in contact, we are the baby boom generation, they frankly do not like to come downtown in the evening. And perception many times is reality, and what they read and hear about is certainly stoked those images to friends that I know. So that too is bothersome. What has changed in the 30+ years? Well, I think it's easy to say and see that we've had a number of retail establishments that have left the central business district had been replaced by bars and other establishments. A terrific number. All you have to do is go down Clinton Street, Dubuque Street. Very easy to see the dynamic that's been involved here. So, and many of those establishments obviously serve alcohol. So that in itself has lent itself to more opportunities and for people to partake, and unfortunately that's created that culture. The second big thing I think you've noticed, and all you have to do is look outside here at the old library lot, and the old library which was converted to apartments. Many multiple family units have been created in the downtown area in the last 30 years. They've added thousands and thousands of prospective students, many of whom are no doubt underage. So that's another thing that has happened to our community. Not to say that's necessarily bad, per se. The community is changing, no question about it, but that has just lent itself to more opportunities for people with the onslaught of new establishments and more very close-in housing. I think you've seen a very rapid rise in people utilizing the downtown area. Now, I don't want to be viewed as one who is indicting a complete group of people or businesses in any way, shape, or form. That's not the case here. But there have been enough instances and enough people, frankly, that are not adhering to the laws that are creating the problems for everybody else. So that's why, frankly, I have become very involved in this particular issue and want to make a difference, and hopefully going forward the citizens of the community will feel likewise and will endorse the 21 issue this fall in the election.